Today on the workbench I have this high cube box car. It is from Walthers. It's their cleaning car. It has two motors in it, and right now I've got the pads off of it. I have a TCS decoder, and it's a there's the number on it, 1479 KAM4 LED. And what I want to do with this one is I'll wire the motors up, so we'll get our variable speed on the motors. But I'm also going to take some I just want to put two LEDs on this, and I want to put them in front or beside the pads. That way it'll look down on the track as it's being cleaned. If you want to, you'll be able to turn them on and off. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade these trucks, and I did this on the last one also. I use the Ring Engineering, their power pickup trucks, and I'll put one on both ends. Okay, now let's go back to this decoder. This decoder also has a keep alive in it. Let's get into this thing and we'll get it apart. I have to remember how to take it apart. I can go ahead, pull the trucks, out. Now I think I went over this in the last video. Let me put this back on here for a minute real quick. The way this one works, this DC version, and their DCC version works like this too. Of course, these wheel sets are insulated, and you can see the black plastic insulator in there. What I'm going to do is I'll remove these, which I've already done, and I'll take off that power, and you'll see it when I get inside here after I remember how to get inside. Actually, the top moves, and I think that's the only way you can get in, if I remember right. But we'll get that figured out. Yeah. Okay. So there's how we take that off. And these cars are extremely heavy. And this is good. This is the way we'll have to wire it, because I want the motors to turn opposite each other. So those will stay together. I'll pull the heat shrink off of them before I put anything new in. And like I say, these cars are heavy. I think that weighs, was it 13 ounces maybe for that? I think is what that weighs. And you can see why they put them in the high cube box cars, because I think they'd be really tight in a normal box car. But let's go back and we'll pull our trucks back off. So there's that. There's our one power pickup. There's the other side. Open up my new truck, and I'll have to determine which side is which on this truck. They do pack these in here rather tightly. So there's one. I don't think it tells in the instructions which side is which on the power, because they use two black wires. You can tell which side's which on the wheels because they have the insulated side. But they use the black wire. So I have to remember also evidently that one doesn't have the hole drilled in it, and neither does this one. Get that out. So I think I'll have to drill a couple holes. No, don't, dummy. These come apart. You have to pull them apart. On the opposite end where the wires come out, it says to take an 1/8 inch blade screwdriver . Pry that up. There we go. So that will sit when we're finished. That'll sit like that. It'll fold back down like that, and the wires will go through that hole. So now I'm going to have to modify the hole just a little bit to get through there. But first thing I want to do is determine which side that I need. So get my meter out, and I might as well open this one while I'm at it. You pull that out, pull the side frames out, just like that, open. So let's get the meter hooked up. Some of this stuff out of the way. Set that for continuity. And so what I'm going to do is I'll check to see which side is which. So this wire is this side. Now, excuse me, I'm going to take and try and, yep, that didn't work. So let's do this. I'll cut the end off. That's that side. Try to mark that. Okay, I don't know if you can see that or, yeah, I put a little silver mark there on the side that that cut-off wire is. So now let's do the other one. Okay. So we'll cut that off and then mark this side. Okay. Now we know. So let's get that stuff out of the way. I'm going to take and ream this hole just a little bit. See if that, okay, that slips down on there. That one goes down on, so I don't need to do anything to that. Pull my screws out of that. So yeah, that's going to be like that. I'm going to run my wires in. Just like that. And each one of these Ring Engineering trucks says is good for 1 amp, or 0.7 amps, I believe is what it said. No, 1 amp. It'll deliver 1 amp. Okay. That, and then after we get done with this, I'll come back and I'll shim these up if I have to before I fold that over. We'll change this coupler out and get rid of that. I use KD number 5s. I put them on everything. I've always had good luck with them. This one's a little tight. may have to twist that just a little bit. See if I can get it pushed down on there with the there it went. That works. Get that in there. Okay, there's that. Can close this. So much stuff in my way here. Turn this around. There's that side. There's that side. Okay. Now, come up here. Change out this coupler. Looks like that's got a little bit of oil on it. Get that off of there. Get that started. I'll put the coupler on it. Okay. There's that. There's our new coupler in place. And then we can let's see. There's that. Okay, now what I should have done, pull this back out. I want to make sure that I've got the sides right. That away. So I know my cutoff wire was that side, so I want to take, I'm going to do the opposite thing here. My wire that I didn't cut should be that one. Now, my wire that I didn't cut should be this one. And I think that's wrong. I'm not touching my wire. Okay. So that is that side. And my mark over here will go with this one. So let me cut that one off. And I want to strip this one a little bit. Okay. So my two stripped wires will go together to make one. My two wires that I cut will make the other. So now let's feed this back down through. One. There's two. Well, I thought I had the third one. There's that one. And there, well, it's popping out on me. Okay. So we've got that. Now let's put our truck back together. So there's that. Get down in here and pull these out. Okay, so now we've got our trucks on, we've got our couplers on, we're ready to flip it over, almost. I want to take a set of these pads, show them to you. sit down like that. And I'll put a little dry lube on those, little graphite, because this has a spring, and that way these can come up and down, follow the rail. But so what I want to do now is, I think I'll put an LED right here, and then I'll put one right in here. Let me see. Yeah, we'll be good. I'll put it up here a little farther this way. So got these Monster LEDs by Big Al Mayo. I've been using them for everything. I normally make my own, but I had these laying around, and well, I didn't want to make any more. So I'll take and I'll measure this out. I think I've already got a drill bit that I can use here. Make sure this is at 0. So I'm at 60 thousandths. Okay. This is actually a bit for 256 screws, and it's actually 69 thousandths. Actually it's 70 thousandths, so that'll give me just a little clearance. But I'm going to take and drill this, and that should center that. Well, let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I think you can see this. This pretty much centered this rib, and there's one over here too. Is right on the inside of that flange, so I'm going to put it right out. Well, I'm going to put it right here. That way I'll be right in front of the motor. And I think that will work out good. And I know you can't really see right there because of my big old fingers, but now since they've got so much weight in these cars, they actually put a plexiglass floor in the bottom of these. So I got to drill through the plexiglass. So let me get over here. I know really you're looking down the And if you're wondering what I'm using to drill that with, I'll show you that real quick. This is a General. It's a screwdriver. Let me take this off. So what this is just a small electric screwdriver made by General, and you can get these on Amazon. They're like $9-10 bucks. Comes with a little pack of bits. This I saw this in Model Railroad Hobbyist in their Running Extra edition just a couple of months ago. And then you can buy this chuck that slips right onto the shaft, and I got it from Micromark. I don't remember the number on that. And it just has a small set screw, which I can't get started here real quick. Okay. Too far. Okay, let me tighten that back up. But it'll hold down the number 90 bit. So I think it works really well. And what I use it to drill out coupler boxes when I have to, or when I need to. So I think it works really well for that. Let's see how yeah, that's going to work really well. So we'll drill this other one, and I want to see if I can get it basically in the same spot. Try to. That'll be, I think that'll work. So we've got our hole drilled. Pull some of that stuff out. You see what that looks like inside. Have to take and just ream that a little bit. Let's see if I can push that down a little bit. Okay, there you can just barely see the tip of that LED. And that's what I want. So, put that in there. Shove that down. I'll probably have to, well, I'll have to put some glue on those, but some sort of adhesive. Let's see where we're at there. Okay, that one's good. And that one's good. So you can just see the tip of that one in there too. So we'll fool with that and put them in there permanent after we make sure everything works. So my track pickups. Okay. Pull my decoder out. And it is sealed. So here's our decoder. Don't need the package. So our motor is already kind of tied together there. Our orange and gray are for the motor, and then the black, the orange and gray are for the motor, and the black and the red are track pickup. And then I've got my function wires. So we'll use our white, and I think, well, I'm gonna hook them both up to one, so I'll use my yellow. So that'll be the way that works. Now the blue is our common. Yeah. Actually, I don't need the white wire. I'll use the yellow and the blue. Let's see, yellow is the forward light. Nope. Yellow is the rear light, and white is the forward light. So I'm going to hook it up to the blue and the white. And then if I want to go back and hook anything else up, I could always, maybe add some lights to the end of the car if I wanted to. But I could put some red lights on it, make it the end of the train, however you want to do it. But I don't think I'll do that on this one. Rather just have the light shining down onto the track. And then all the rest, I will keep all the rest of these other three, these final three. Turn my soldering iron on there, and this is fine enough wire that I can just strip it with my fingers. So let's do our track pickup. I'm going to pull these out. We'll get to those. So my two ends that are stripped will go together. We'll run that underneath. Strip those off a little more. Way I'll have plenty to solder to. Well, that didn't want to strip very well. So get out the old wire strippers. So there's that side. There's that side. And I'll twist these together. Twist them together, solder them, put some heat shrink on it. We'll do this one side at a time. Otherwise, I'll get my wires confused. That tip cleaned off. Out some heat shrink. That way I'll have that in there. So there's that. And our red and black, I want to make sure are the track pickups, which they are. Strip a little more off of that one. Plenty of solder. There's that. Oop. So I should have plenty of solder. There's that one. Now, before we get too far, I'm going to check for continuity on that. Pull that out. Well, let me flip this over. Okay, so we're on the right side. Very important. We don't want to short this thing out. Pull the heat shrink up. That'll seal up our connection. So that's that side. Now we need our red side. Put that underneath again. One thing about it, we are going to have plenty of wire. It may look like a rat's nest, but it will be fine. There's that one. Get that one far enough. There's that one. Well, come on. Okay, now you can solder that. A little bit of flux on it. Same process. Clean that tip a little bit. Now we'll go for our heat shrink tubing. be to our red pickup. There's enough on that one. Some flux there. So there's that side. All right. So now we've got our heat shrink sealed up. Strip off my gray and black wire, or gray and orange wire, and we'll hook them into what they had as their gray and orange. So, little flux. Now I need a piece of heat shrink to go to my red. This one's a little a little thicker. Actually, I'm gonna have to use a little bigger piece. Pays to have various sizes of heat shrink tubing. So there's that. Okay. So there's that one. Pull my tubing up there. Hopefully I can get this side off as easy as I did the other side. There we go. Back to our orange wire. Okay. little bit of solder here. So there's that. Got me another piece of heat shrink. Put that on there. Now we'll be ready to test this thing here in a minute. Get some flux off of the table there. Pull up the flux here. Clean that up a little bit. That's not a good. There we go. Okay. We are ready to test. Well, actually, let me hook one of these LEDs up. Well, might as well hook them both together. My red is the common on these. So I'm going to strip that off because I got to hook them both up to the blue, which is the common on a decoder. So I'll twist these together. Actually, I'll end up twisting the white ones together too because I'm only going to make these in one direction, so. And then you could set it up on a decoder to where whichever way you run it, it will be on. Of course, I guess I could take and could use any one. Could use my green function wire or the purple. Really doesn't matter. I'll keep it simple and use the white. But I'll get these together. And then we'll put some solder on that. There's that one. Yep. Get the flux on this one. There's that one. Okay. A couple more pieces of heat shrink tubing here. I don't know why I'm beeping. My camera was beeping for some reason. Well, this is today's project, and I've got it all buttoned up. As you can tell, I've changed the camera angle, and let me I don't know if you can see the rotating pad. There's one on the other side right there. Okay, I've got that about speed step 10, but then I've put some lights there down on the rail. That may help just a little bit to where you can see, but I'm going to leave that at speed step 10 with the lights on, and I am going to unplug the power, and we'll see what kind of runtime we get with the capacitor. So there's 10 seconds. So right there we got about 18 seconds out of it. So there, I put the power back on. But the keep alive really surprised me. I didn't figure I'd get that out of it. So we'll call this one a success, and this project is complete. So we'll see you on the next one.